So this just came across my purview, and this pertains to a question that I asked earlier. Ma, I don't know if you heard it, but I asked the question: how do you know when what you're doing is wrong? And we use the example of racism. We use the example of, let's just say, drinking Pepsi. How do you know that, or how do you find out that what you're doing is wrong? So Druski is under fire. I know you might not know his content, but you at least know who he is, right?
Yeah, I know Druski. I know that content. Funny guy.
So he's like a social media comedian. He's actually hilarious, actually hilarious. But this thing right here came across the timeline. Oh, y'all can hear the audio, right?
Yeah.
Here's the love. Here's the honor. If you can't come in,
come
on.
Boy,
That's
stupid.
hilarious.
Born in the USA. Born in the USA. Hey, Suanna.
She's not listening.
Hey, come up. You need to listen to your nana. Go ahead, baby.
Oh shit.
Girl, you crazy now. Hey, Mima. How you doing, baby?
I ain't gonna lie. Pause it. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta say something about that, bro. You come out of trailer already with overalls on, half hanging off your ass, and the nigga back your back and you stretching as you walk down the stairs. That's diabolical. That is really like that's white, black, Hispanic candy stripe, nigga. What y'all? Not only one. You're right. Yeah, I don't want to know what y'all were doing, but you're crazy. You're like you're part of the other community. Go ahead, finish, please.
Mama. Hey, you lost, boy? No, I'm going to race. What race? NASCAR. You going to NASCAR? A little bit. You ain't lost, is you? No, I'm good. I'm going to the race, sir.
You ain't lost, did you?
Sir.
What are you saying?
He said you ain't lost, did you?
Hey, boy, that's exactly how they talk too, boy. That's exactly how they do.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm almost done.
Find something safe to do, boy.
Find something safe to do, boy.
See? Got that flag.
Yeah! Woo! Bring on the truth, baby! Oh, that fucker will go.
For you.
I see. Dan Arthur.
Randy Van Dever.
Dan Arthur. Oh, South Dakota.
Yeah.
He said, who are you?
Damn right. Proud to be American.
Hey, that's hilarious. He said, who are you? Like, this type of white motherfucker ain't supposed to be down here.
All right. So, what are your thoughts about that in general?
I thought the skit was hilarious. I had a conversation, I think, about this with somebody. And I said if they could get away with tropical thunder, what you know what I mean? And Robert
Tropic
Downey
Thunder,
Jr.
you're Robert Downey Jr., yeah.
Right? And they could get away. That's a full movie, a 2-hour movie with him with blackface. Then what's wrong with this? Now, and I can't even say I'm with blackface. As long as it ain't the big red lips and motherfuckers is dancing and doing that goofy shit, looking like Louis Armstrong. It's comedy at the end of the day. But so with something like this, what community is having a problem with it? White people?
People in general. But so let me pull it up. Hold on a second.
Because and they don't have that same um energy for Tropic Thunder.
That's the question. That's the question. And then I was gonna get there, but you beat me to it. Should do people really? That's not the official question I want to ask, but do people know how to differentiate when somebody's trying to be funny versus when they're being insulting?
I think people want to. We're in an age where everybody wants to be offended about everything. So we're now, even when comedians are saying something, which I thought, from what my understanding was, is that comedy and being a comic and comedian, you kind of exempt from the social kind of like the social you're exempt from the social criticisms. Say, for instance, regular people were to say it, you know what I mean? Or if you had a politician to say or do something, you're exempt from that because you're a comedian. And comedians, a lot of times, they do and say things that obviously is edgy, and you know what I'm saying, that pushes the boundaries, but it gets the conversation going. This is how we start talking about certain things.
Ma, what you got?
You say, what was your question? How do you differentiate the two from being funny and being what you call it?
Do people know how to differentiate when you're trying to be funny versus when you're trying to be insulting?
But that will never be. You can never. We'll never agree on that wholeheartedly because something that offends you won't offend me. Something that offends me won't offend you. So you'll never be able to say, "Oh, this was funny. This was a skit. Y'all need to get over yourself." Okay, bet. So now we do that. Now when the other side do something, oh no, it was just a skit. This is funny. That you should get over yourself. Now, besides the him doing the white face and all this, and you know how people always say, "Oh, well, you know how it always is like, oh, well, y'all did it, we can do it." No, the fuck y'all. This is not equal for Chef going blow for blow. Like, people get mad because, oh, you did something, oh, should be able to do it too. No, that's not how this works. Everything in life is a double standard, from women to color to gender to everything. It's all double standards, everything. White people can do stuff that we can't do. We can do stuff that white people can't do. It is what it is. What's the problem?
So what do y'all think about this? Because Jay Everyday just mentioned it.
See, now that's different.
Crazy.
Yeah, because that's different because that was insulting to black people in the way it did it. They know what that's come from. Now, if it was a different, if we flipped it, now if that white face was something insulting to white people that some people did to them or like disgrace them, it'd be totally different. That's different from him painting himself acting and trying to be a comedian and doing that stuff. That's just straight assaulting.
Well, one of the things that black people are saying about it is, I'm sure you can imagine he's getting pushback on both sides because in one hand he's a black man with white face on, right? So white people are insulted in that regard, but also on the flip side, he's portraying what can be defined as a racist white man because even though it was a skit, and he was spitting when black people were walking past.
They do that.
But how was that white face when it's makeup? It's really makeup. Somebody it's like a costume almost. Like he can, like, okay, Druski could have woo that for Halloween and say he was one of them. He a NASCAR fan.
Yeah. Nobody said that when Eddie Murphy was in Coming to America. He was the Jewish guy. He said, "Where's the sport?" Or you know what I'm saying? Nobody. That was him in the barbershop. That was Eddie Murphy in whiteface or U face. Excuse me. But that was Eddie Murphy. Nobody said anything then. I think again, it's comedy. It's about. NASCAR is a lot of times. You remember? I don't know if you guys remember. I know or at least you spaces, but I presented it to the groups that we should need to go. I wanted to go see a NASCAR. I wanted to see an Indy 500.
Hey, I promise I thought we was going. I'm mad we didn't. I promise you, I thought we was going.
And you know, I'll probably end up going next year. Like, you know what I mean? Because
Let's make
something I
it
still
official
want.
because I'm down with it. I'm really down with it.
Because that's something that I do want to go do. But historically, NASCAR and NASCAR races, if you go, like that's white people thing. And not only is it just regular white people thing, that's Southern white and Southern hillbilly thing. That's they shit.
Hey,
So
people don't
there's
know
the
the
type
difference.
of people that's the type of people that you get to go there. Like the
Hey,
ones that he's talking about that spit.
hey, and people don't know the difference. This boy, it's like it's white, it's Southern white, then it's hill. Them three different people. You know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're not from down south, you don't know. That's like three different people. You got Southern white, you got hillbilly, then you got hillbilly. Like it's like a whole nother like culture, like deep culture.
You see how he asked him, he said, and who are you? He was almost offended. Like, and who are you? Like, what are you doing down here with us? You know, just the Southern whites. Hillbilly white. You need to be over there. And he was in the stands right after that. That's the next scene. He's in the stands behind his, he was in his rightful spot.
You know, it's mixed responses to it, right? Because, like I said, you know, white people are calling it whiteface, and black people are calling it racist because he was in whiteface spitting at the feet of black people.
Those could
So
have been actors for all we know, the black people.
I'm sure it was a skit. I'm sure they knew what was about to happen.
Yeah.
So check this out. This shows examples of people's responses to him doing that.
And to be honest with you though, it could be a skit and it can't be a skit at the same time because that spitting at the feet, even if he did that in that setting, nigga, you ain't gonna do nothing. Because that's the setting that you're in. You're gonna have to let that one slide. Because you might fuck around and die. To be honest with you. So I'm looking at it like, oh, it could be a skit, but then again, I'm looking at it like, motherfuckers know where they at. You know your surroundings. You know exactly where you at. And it depends on where you at. A lot of shit, I don't care how much it boils your blood as a man, as your pride or whatever, you know how to act accordingly. You might have to let that one slide.
The viral video viewed more than 52 million times on X. Led to critics condemning his gag as blatantly racist. So this one said, this is absolutely disgusting and offensive to white people. I never knew Druski was racist like this. And this one said, whiteface is just as bad as blackface. Druski is a racist.
You got white friends though.
Pause. So as Robert Downey, if this was a movie, would we have the same like review? Will we still talk? Will we have the same type of energy for it? And this is why I bring up: is Robert Downey Jr. a racist? Do people say Robert when they bring up Robert Downey Jr.? Do they say racist?
Was white chicks whiteface?
White chicks was definitely whiteface. It's terrible, but it was definitely whiteface. I forgot it. I was just watching that the other day. I was like, man, this is terrible. This is whiteface. But it was funny. Right?
And that's the line that's drawn in the sand for me, because for me, you know, some people, it may be difficult at some points to tell the difference, but generally speaking, I saw this and I was laughing.
What's your thoughts on it? What's your thoughts on it? Because I don't think you really said your thoughts. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts, and I view this as just a comedic skit, because from what I did see, what I have seen of Druski's material, Druski cosplays a whole bunch of different people.
Facts. That's big.
He plays a whole bunch of different people, and when it's if his content was centered around this whole white face thing and spitting at black people and showing racism towards black people, then these people saying that Druski is racist might have some sort of merit. They might be able to, they might have a solid point in saying that Druski is racist because you're just talking about one specific group of people. You're acting one thing out and constantly doing it over and over again. But Druski, to me, is like a living version of Family Guy. He makes fun of everybody.
Right.
He makes fun of everybody, men, women, whatever the case. Especially what is it? He was having that show like something records. It was like somebody was auditioning for.
Could have been records, I believe.
Could have been records. Could have been records.
Yeah.
What was it?
Could have been records.
Yeah, like he had all kinds of people on there making fun of everybody that walked on.
Which is funny because nobody has anything negative to say about that. And you had plenty of negative people that came on there. You know what I mean? That really showed kind of the underbelly of, black society. Nobody had anything negative to say. Nobody said, "Oh man, he shouldn't have them on there like that. That looks crazy." He's depicting black people in a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Well,
man, to be honest with you, man, much money is that man making. I don't think that man really give a fuck about us discussing this or about this. Because boy, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know Spaces might don't do it, but if we was getting that type of, I know me and Jerry Day gonna say some shit gonna piss some people off. I know. Guess what? The motherfucker wouldn't give two fucks because that check gonna steal cash. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
That money's still rolling. Ain't nobody. This fake cancel culture shit is like losing its momentum. People don't really care about that no way. Everybody gonna be offended by something, bro. Everything's offend somebody in some type of way. Nigga, you can be at your house killing roaches because you got roaches. Niggas gonna be like, why you won't let them live? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
It's like we got real racism and real things that goes on in America, right? So for somebody which is declared as a comedian to put out a skit and then turn around and be like, well, oh, he's racist and so on and so forth. But when we got real politicians, real businesses, just real things put in place to hinder black people and others, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep people from hell even voting. They're doing a lot of redistricting down in Texas. That's historically been maybe Republican, and now you got people, more liberal people or more left leaning people moving from California and other places down in Texas. So they're trying to redistrict it so they can continue keeping it, Republican or red or whatever. So I don't know if you necessarily call that racist, but I'm just saying, like, we got other things to worry about instead of something that Druski is doing. Now this is an outrage. Oh my gosh.
I think there's no better form of media to normalize the abnormal than comedy. Mm-hmm. There's no better form, not even music. The reason why I asked the question, how do you know when you realize that what you're doing is bad or that you shouldn't be doing it, is when somebody does the same thing to you and you don't like it. Because if Sean and Marlon Wayans can play as white chicks, then why can't white people play as black people? If it's funny that, and I'm talking about from a funny standpoint, because I see a whole lot of people praising Dave Chappelle for his comedic skills and all that stuff. Not to say that he's not, because I understand different styles of comedy. He's world renowned for his comedy and all that. But he was a racist blind black man trying to join the KKK against black people. Ain't nobody. I don't hear black people having anything to say about that.
Who is the mostly what group do you think is mostly outraged by this?
Like white people. I don't. First of all, the first people to copy, or to do blackface was white people. They did blackface. They started it. So by the time So they're the ones who kicked it off. So if black people are doing it, they did it first. So they're, I mean, if that, I, that's kind of against what maybe you're saying, those spaces, because white chicks weren't the first ones to do it. They
Right.
just did it later on down the line. Blackface was throughout history first, and they
Yeah.
always tried to mimic black people. And it went, but it wasn't simple to me. It wasn't simple black. I mean, it wasn't as simple what they're doing now, right? Where they fuck they turned. I mean, they painted somebody totally black, like literally. It wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, come on, totally black with big ass red lips, right? So that's something that they did at that time, and that depicted, black people being jigaboos and so on and so forth, chasing after white women and dancing and all this craziness, right? Black people at that time did not feel like that was funny, right? So it seems like black people are really being consistent. A lot of black people are being consistent and saying, you know what, none of this shit is really funny. However, a person like me, I say, well, you know what, that early jigaboo shit, that wasn't funny, right? Um, Tropic Thunder was funny. White Chicks was funny. This skit here is funny.
I, I'm in full agreement with you. I think the absolute majority of people who are calling this racist are the people that wear their feelings on their sleeves and can't be objective and jump back and say, you know what, this was funny. He's not trying to be racist against anybody, one person or one group of people to the next. He's just trying to make jokes as he always does with all of his content.
Mhm.
Be humble said Tropic Thunder was funny. You know what's crazy? I never seen it. I
Me
might make
neither.
Yeah, it was funny.
watch that.
Me
It was
neither.
funny. Is it drop dead, laughing, oh, falling down funny? No,
Nope.
but I mean, it was funny for what it was. I mean, once you
It
realize,
was
oh, that's
corny
Robert
funny.
Downey Jr. Yeah,
It
it
was
was, it
corny
was
funny.
pretty funny. Yeah.
But I'm on a sentiment of what Jerry Day said. I don't think it's really no black. I don't really think you. I think you can get away with you, a white person playing a black or putting on blackface. When you put the big red lips on, that's when we know that you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I agree. Like when you
I
put the
think if you
lips
put
on
on the
this,
full makeup like he had on, and you be black and you be dark as whatever you want to be, as long as you ain't put them big red lips on, you know what the fuck you're doing if you do that,
yeah.
right? You would know what
That's
the fuck
goofy
you're doing.
shit.
That's goofy. Now, if you out here trying to do whatever you're doing, do your thing. But like Jerry Day too said as well, and I agree with him wholeheartedly, I got too much shit going on. I don't give a fuck about Druski making a skit that was funny. Like, let's talk about some shit that really matters that we're gonna be upset and outraged about. I understand it's giving content to go with or whatever like that, but nigga, I got a fucking family to feed. I'm worried about shit like that.
Because
Like,
most of the people that I think he showed on X, uh, it looked like they were white enough outraged. I didn't see a lot of black people outraged about it. Maybe I missed it, but I didn't see a lot of black people outraged. Most black people that I ever heard talk about it thought it was funny. I don't feel like a lot of black people thought it was racist.
yeah. I
And
think
that's a
that
segment, real quick. That's a segment of society of black white people that actually exist. They actually exist. They actually act like that. So he was just copying that. Whereas the black faced and the nigga with the red goofy ass lip, that nigga does not exist.
facts. True. That's true. I never seen one.
So those are what they're doing. That blackface, that's a caricature. This nigga actually, those people really exist, and they will spit at your feet.
yeah.
And I've joked about it on the podcast. What you doing around here, boy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit really happened. Like, ain't nobody making shit up.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a thing that just blew up all over my algorithm. So I want to bring it here and spit my opinions about it because people are just this is another example of people being overly sensitive about something that's really not anything to really give a whole lot of attention to. It's just, to me, I won't say, to me, it's just comedy. It's what comedy should be, because people are in these recent years have gotten so sensitive that they don't know how to distinguish when somebody's being funny or when they're being insulting. This is, to me, this was funny, and I hope Druski keep going. If you hear from a No Key podcast, keep going.
Hey man, look here.
Final thoughts.
It's just, bro. I don't got time for the fake outrage, bro. I got a lot of more shit going on. I'm worried about, goddamn it, tariffs, my money. I'm worried about growing my money, making sure my son and shit. My son and start driving, making sure he's straight. Niggas up here talking about white face when I got a motherfucking insurance bill now that's $655 because of my son on this shit. Fuck is you talking about white face? Nobody give no fuck about this. Hey, bro, I'm gonna start going off for real. Like, I ain't going on no mall, right? But motherfuckers worry about this when I got real life problems. Jay every day know exactly what I'm talking about because he gonna have this bill and shit coming up too.
Nah, I guarantee you they paying their own shit. I ain't paying none of it.
It's true. I
wouldn't even worry about it. You want to drive, that's on you. You pay your own insurance.
But it's just that's the stuff that people out here with jobs is working on that got teenage kids. That's just my whole sentiment of it. I ain't gonna put you in all of it, but that's just my sentiment of people don't got shit going on, so they got to be fake outraged about some shit that's going on the internet.
Definitely fake outrage.
When you getting real money and you getting money and you got something going on, motherfuckers don't care about this. Let's be honest, you don't care about this. Now, if a motherfucker pass a bill or a law, you care about that because that's affecting your bottom line. But this, people don't really, there's some fake shit. You know, motherfuckers know there's really some fake outrage. How do we know them ain't all bots?
Good.
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
Y'all got final thoughts on this? And we'll close it out for
No,
the day.
that's it.
You gotta go, Jerry.
Go ahead and do your